Hey everybody, good evening and or morning or afternoon, depending on when you're listening to this. We are the Super Barley Brothers, and we are here to rock you. Yes, rock you. We, John, how are
Cabbage
you
Patch.
doing?
Well,
I'm cabbage patching. How does that sound?
Sounds
Might
good.
be a good thing. No, I am fantastic. A little tired to be expected, but yeah, other than that, I am good. I had an opportunity last night to try. I went over to Taps and Caps and picked up some beer for tonight. My wonderful can from Taps and Caps. And while I was there, I decided to get a taster of the mead that they had on tap. And this mead came in at about 17%, and it tasted like Kool-Aid.
Jesus, is that a mead or is that like hard liquor?
It's a mead. that is the strength of mead. But it goes down with no alcoholic burn whatsoever. The only downside is the cost of said mead.
Oh, Jesus, how much did the taster cost?
$5 for 4 ounces.
holy shit.
Had I gotten a 32-ounce can of the stuff, it would have cost me $30.
So did you ever hear about this brewery? I didn't. When I saw you check into it, I was like, who the hell are these people?
Never heard of them before.
Yeah.
What,
I
Okay.
what,
just saw it when I was there. I was like, hey, this looks like a good thing to try out.
what brewery?
Moonlight Meadery.
Moonlight Meatery or Meatery?
Mead.
Meadery.
They're in Austin.
Okay.
So that's why I didn't know if John, you had like known about this brewery for some time, or if it was just
Nope.
I'm
it was
waiting
a
to have my
brand
crowler
new-
fill. Let me get a fill or something. to
That's
taste.
exactly what it was.
Okay.
It was,
What?
hey, I want to get 2 things. I want to get some cider for Andrea, and I want to get something for me for tonight. So I grabbed the Grapevine Craft Brewing's Belgian Saison. La Festival. La Saison des Festivals is what it's called. It's actually really good. But yeah, I saw the meadery on there, and I was like, I really want to try that meadery. And then I saw the price. I was like, I don't want to pay that much. So I figured a taster would be the better way to go, and of course it was. And I am not upset in the least. I think that may be a style that I attempt here in the coming runs as I begin to brew more. I'm already looking at a sour for the next batch.
Said runs.
So, let me ask you a question real quick, John, because I've kind of kept some of my beer knowledge that you've instilled into me, and
I try.
so what is the big difference between a mead and a braggot?
So a mead uses absolutely no grains, none
Okay.
whatsoever. There is no barley or malts added to a mead. It's strictly fruit. It's basically a wine.
That's what I'm about to say. So is it like a what the hell, a Moscato or a Lambic or anything like that? With the fruit flavor is what I guess I'm getting at.
Yeah. It's definitely
Okay.
not a.
So it's very sweet, is what I'm hearing. Like what?
Oh yeah,
So when
yeah.
you're
It's
talking
definitely
wine
sweet.
and you're talking mead, like when you said sweet, like what flavor is sweet? Are you
Well,
talking like a
meads can be
fruity, like
made.
a fruit
Yes,
beer?
it's a fruity, sugary sweet.
Okay.
It's not like a dry wine will be
Okay.
because it doesn't use grapes. Meads are usually made from like you can make it from any fruit: strawberries,
Hmm.
raspberries, apples, you name it. You can turn it into a mead.
I might need to communicate that to a listener of ours, Brian, because he hates beer. He doesn't like any style of beer, like stouts, IPAs. He's actually going to try the creme brulee sometime this weekend and let me know what he thinks of it. 'Cause I told him that is, you talk about
That's
Yeah.
sweet, sugary, and vanilla goodness. I mean, I can't get any sweeter than that in a beer. So I'll definitely let him know about a mead to let him give that a shot sometime when he's able to
We
find
need to
one.
give him a hug and have an intervention.
He's different story. If you knew this guy, it's shocking to know that this guy drinks women drinks per se. And sorry to offend all of our women listeners out there, but he
We
drinks
still
the
love
ones
you
with the
anyway.
umbrella. He drinks the one. He loves himself a good daiquiri. So yeah, it's kind of weird. If you know who I'm talking about and you've seen a picture of him, he's the guy that posts a lot of random funny pictures on our group page. Brian is his name.
okay.
Roland. Yeah. So sorry to call you out there, brother, but Fuck you.
That's
Hey,
really
I kicked his ass. I kicked his ass in Dead or Alive final round, so it's on. Go ahead, John. Sorry to interrupt.
Shit just got
So
real.
what are you drinking? So what's it called again? You said a saison by Grapevine.
Yeah, Les Saisons des Festivals.
And the verdict?
It's good. It's a solid 4.
It's good. Because I know that Grapevine, to me at least, I haven't been too impressed by their stuff.
This is one of their better selections. Definitely a good one. It's like I said, it's one of their seasonals. Their Lake Fire's pretty good. Their Sir William, however, that's a really, really good one. I like their Sir William.
See, I couldn't get into Lake Fire that well. Also,
Lake
check out
Fire's
Sir
one of
William.
those touchy ones. It's the rye pale ale, but for me, it was just missing more of the rye like it needed to.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
So, yeah, that's what we got going there.
Awesome, man.
God, how about you?
Me? All right. So I'm doing good. Good. I had to go watch a movie this evening that I didn't really care for, but it's my wife's birthday weekend, so we all take one for the team every now and then. Saw Longest Ride, stars Scott Eastwood and some hot blonde chick, so it was okay. I mean, it's a predictable romantic movie. What can I say? It's kind of weird though, going to the movies though, and watching a movie that's 2 hours long. And I'm sitting there, and granted, yes, I was trying to pay attention, but I'm thinking to myself, I'm so used to watching series now. Like, I'm starting Daredevil, and I'm about halfway through that, and just watching Soul Eater, and all of these television shows, and I'm thinking, man, what's the fucking point of going to a movie nowadays? Because they never answer all my damn questions. Even though, yes, I shouldn't give a shit about a romantic movie, because that's not my cup of tea. But I'm sitting there going, wait, what the hell just happened? They just skipped about 2-3 months. What's going on here? And I'm like, wait a minute. I'm thinking like a TV show now because I'm addicted to watching long, drawn out, like Game of Thrones is on right now. So I've been watching that every week. And I'm like, I don't get it. I guess I'm now into that whole mindset where I have time to soak in all of this knowledge and acting and good storytelling instead of 2-hour hunk fest, pretty much. Whatever. So I'm drinking tonight.
You enjoyed the man tit.
Envious is all I gotta say. I will say he's got his daddy's eyes, so it's like I said, it's Clint Eastwood's son. So he's got that rugged, make my day,
sandblasted, ready to kick some ass kind of.
Oh yeah, I want to see him in a hard, badass, pretty much. I want to see him in a movie where he does that. Hopefully he will get out of this romantic crap, but whatever. You got to start somewhere. Anyways, what I'm drinking tonight is something that John actually gave me one of these. One of my breweries that can't find much around here is Flying Dog. They are in Milwaukee, John?
I'd have to go back and look.
Can't remember. I know that they actually have their beer at one of the baseball stadiums. I forgot what team, though. But anyways, I'm having Flying Dog. I love their Raging Bitch Belgian IPA. It's a great IPA if you like that hoppy flavor. But John actually provided me one of their other IPAs, which is Snake Dog. And it's good. It's in a can.
Okay, so that is who I'm thinking you're talking about. I've seen their stuff all over Market Street.
Really? Okay. Well,
I haven't been to Market Street and.
Okay.
No, you're right. I think we've got distribution here for that.
Yeah.
I'll have to go look again because I guess I don't look in the right spots at our local bottle shop that we go to.
Okay. Because I always love the artwork because it looks like.
Oh yeah.
Who's that fucking artist? Gonzo or.
Yes. No.
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
But
that's a good comparison right there. I didn't even think about that.
Always reminds me of Fear and Loathing and all those Hunter S. Thompson.
Crazy ass big old head with this small cigarette. Yeah, definitely. It's good. I mean, it's an IPA. It's not as hoppy as I would expect it to be, but it gets the job done. So no complaints. So Ian, how are you, sir?
I'm tired.
Yeah,
I'm tired.
Long day.
So I work today. With the job I do, when I don't have the boy on the weekends, I don't have the boy. I usually have to go in on those Saturdays. So Luckily enough, I had the early shift, which just meant I got off at 5:30, so I was able to get home, eat at a reasonable time. Caught Batman, Superman, Enemies of the State on Xbox Video. They're showing it free for this weekend. It's only like an hour and 18 minutes, so I was like, what the hell? I'll just catch it real quick. It was all right. It was interesting. It the basic premise behind it is that Lex Luthor becomes president and tries to get all these superheroes to work for him, and Batman and Superman just don't want to, and then hilarity ensues and all sorts of good jazz. It's like a buddy cop movie for Superman and Batman.
Yeah, I can picture them in the cop car. Hey, what are you gonna go do?
What is it that you want to do tonight?
You take the front. I'll take the back.
Well, I really don't want to kill anybody tonight.
So did they actually have? Did they have the animated series voices like Kevin Conroy?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
They had Kevin Conroy.
Not the original Superman actor.
I don't remember his name, so
I don't either. So
I couldn't tell you. But it did have the Lex Luthor from at least the games, from the recent games, which I believe is the Lex Luthor from the animated series.
Yes.
So that's good. What I'm drinking tonight is Franconia's. I said this wrong earlier. Maibach.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Apparently, I had this before and did not like it, because when I checked into it last night on Untapped, I saw that I gave it a 2, and I said to myself, "Self, why you stupid?" Because when I had a swig off of this last night, it was the most refreshing and delicious damn thing I had had in a long time. Reminded me a lot of Warsteiner's Oktoberfest. It's very, very sweet, malty type of flavor. Not too terribly hoppy. I mean, it's just basically a light ale type almost. Think about it as like a light Belgium, if you will. I'm probably using the wrong words to describe it. Someone's probably sitting there listening to this going, "Ian, you're an idiot," and I've already told you it.
Yeah, all right.
It says multi-gold fresh ale on the side of the bottle, so that's what I said already. There, I sold
Unfortunately, it has to say ale.
Yeah.
Regardless of its style, that's a Texas labeling BS thing.
Well, Texas, if it's not the Bible we're thumping, it's the people that sell vices.
Exactly.
So, other than that, I'm good. Life is things. I'm decent.
Things.
Yeah, I mean, nothing really major. Well, I take that back. I think it was between the last time we recorded and now one of my family dogs passed away.
Saw that.
It was the
Condolences, man. Sorry.
the dog. Oh, thank you, man. It's the pup that was the mom of my current dog, Shadow, the one that's always over here giving me the business. Apparently, when I posted that on Facebook, because I was heartbroken. I had known that puppy since I was 20 years old, and I'm not 20 years old anymore.
Wow.
When we got that dog, and so
How old are you again?
yeah, fuck off. It's one of these things. And apparently on Facebook, I kind of made it seem like it was my dog Shadow that passed away. So I had to correct a lot of people. So if you're listening to this and you thought it was Shadow, no, she's fine. She's right here farting, and it smells so bad. It smells just so bad. If you see me waving my hands, it's not because I'm trying to tell you that you're doing something wrong. This dog's farts are just bad, real bad. Oh, and it started recently, but other than that, things are good. Things are chill. It's getting hot outside, and I can't stand it.
I agree with you on that. Today it was freaking almost 90 degrees, and I was like, son of a bitch.
Yep, we had
spring cold front.
Oh, I hope so. I hope we get at least 2 more days of spring.
Yeah, I think a couple days next week, 60 is a high, so yay.
There's more rain coming.
Yeah, we need it.
Fine. Rain is fine. I can deal with rain. I like rain because when it's raining,
as it's not thunderstorms.
Well, true. Because I had one of those nights too. The dog doesn't like thunder, so she was up the entire night all over the bed, and she's a 50-pound dog, so it's not like a little chihuahua jumping over me that I could just like pin down with one hand and go to sleep. Now, I had to like ball her up in a blanket. She was like a dog burrito with a head sticking out.
Mm-hmm. Understand.
Yep.
I got one of these thunder shirts. I got to figure out how to put it on her though.
So you want to talk about a trailer first, or you want to talk about a photo first?
Let's talk about the photo first. Let's get the bullshit out of the way.
Good deal. So to premise it real quick, and I'll let Ian take it away, because I have a feeling that him and I are going to be on the same page. I don't know if, John, you've seen the image, or... Well, you did see the little Photoshopped image I posted. So
Yeah, I've seen it.
I think it was yesterday, the director or whatever of the Suicide Squad teased an image of what Jared Leto is going to look like as the Joker. And to much of our surprise, the internet took it and blew it up. And it went all over the place. Of course, Photoshopped images were starting to come about, and like the one that I posted on our group page, it's Home Alone 4, Lost in Arkham City. Another one that I've seen is they had taken it on Twitter, and somebody Photoshopped it and said, hey, look, it's the video game edition of Jared Leto as Joker, and it's all these 5 out of 5 up here, and Game of the Year edition on his shoulder, and Batman Arkham City logo right here on his torso. And then they said, so I just saw somebody else took a image of some douchebag that posted his self-portrait and said, here's what Mr. Freeze's cameo is going to look like. And it had Mr. Ice on here, and it had cold, 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 cold written on its side. So, Ian, take it away, because, like I said, I have a feeling that you're going to feel the same way I do about this image.
So I didn't know that the photo was photoshopped. I thought it was like after a makeup session they went ahead and took a quick picture of him in front of the mirror or something like that, doing that head grabbing.
Yeah.
What's that kid from Home Alone? Macaulay Culkin. Yeah. No, he totally looked like him as soon as you
Absolutely.
you put that picture up. I was like, that's dead on. That is dead on. But then I came across another picture somewhere along the lines of him not with the doctored up tattoos, where he was just kind of sitting off to the side. They weren't filming, and he looked like he's almost sitting exactly like how you are now, Scott.
Okay.
Where he's just kind of sitting like that, and he had the green hair, and he had the rubber gloves on, and he had the purple jacket on. I was like, okay, so this is what we need to see, is another picture of him in a totally different fucking pose. Show me a different picture, because every time we saw Heath Ledger really early on, you first saw that weird, like, behind the shower curtain with his head tilted, painting the lines. So that's fine. That was more mysterious because you didn't see shit at first. Then they started to show him throughout, in different positions, different poses and things along those lines. So I was like, okay, I need to see him in a different pose than this head grabbing, I'm screaming because I'm totally insane and I do lots of fucking cracks, so my teeth have all fallen out and I've replaced them with these titanium looking Jaws teeth.
Yeah.
That's
so
what it's supposed to be, right?
I don't... they're going to work that into some like weird fucking like clacker toy at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Today I came across another picture.
I would actually go and buy that too.
Oh my god.
What if it was one that you could put in your mouth and then open up and it like falls out clacking?
No, but God, that'd be funny as hell.
That would be great. If you could fit it in your mouth.
Exactly. That's what she said.
So I saw another picture of him today, and he was in his purple jacket. In the same fucking pose. In the exact same pose. I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed. I really want to see more of him. Show me how he's going to carry himself. Right now, he just looks like he has got the biggest ghost pepper turd hanging out right inside his anus that he can't possibly drop.
That is an awesome analogy of what the image looks like, sir. I did. Ghost, oh my god. Ah!
I just hit Serrano.
Awesome. The problem that I have, and yes, the whole image of him going, I can't even do it justice. Well, I shouldn't be able to. That shit. The problem that I have with it is, I don't know, my knowledge of Joker in the Batman or DC universe is that big. So why would he tattoo ha 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 all over himself on his arms and shit? Did he self-mutilate himself to do that?
Sure, why not?
But why ha 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 ha?
He's supposed to be insane, and he's supposed to be a hipster apparently, because he's got some of the
Marilyn
dumbest...
Manson is what I also heard. He looks like an emo Marilyn Manson.
Wait, now hang on a second.
Yeah, that's an interesting take.
How? How can you be an emo Marilyn Manson?
That's
Like
true.
saying a Marilyn Manson. You
True.
can't fucking say
All right,
that.
I'll give you that. Because he doesn't have black hair, he's got green hair. I don't know.
A black Notorious B.I.G. That just doesn't work.
There you go.
Beautiful people.
Oh man. So
That's
anyway,
hilarious.
we're all going to nitpick images, and of course, then the masses come out and say, "Don't judge it yet until it comes out and we actually see him act. He could actually act," and you're right, he could do a good job acting-wise, but I get the whole, because we live in this day of social media where if our interest is not kept, we lose sight of whatever is hot right now. Like why Zack Snyder is posting all of these images of Batman v Superman, and then the teaser came out, and then it's like all this other shit, and you got to keep our interest perked because this movie isn't coming out until next year, and yet you think we're going to lose interest. Whatever happened to the days of, what, if we forget about it, maybe later on release a trailer, and then that'll get our interest back into it. But you don't have to keep a constant. Maybe it's just me. I don't need a constant feed of here's an update, here's an update, here's an update. You know what I mean?
But see,
Sure you
that's
do. You
that's
do.
how
You
we
admit to it.
work. That's how we work nowadays. Is the hype
So-
train? You
Yeah.
gotta be on the hype train. The thing that I loved as a kid, loved absolutely, when you bought a movie ticket was the fucking trailers. Going in
And
and
now
seeing
that doesn't
the
give a
trailers.
shit. Yeah, you don't.
Yeah,
That doesn't even matter
because-
anymore.
The only time you saw a trailer was when the movie was 2 to 3 months out, unless it was a big, huge property.
Absolutely.
You saw the teaser trailer for like Star Trek, or Star Wars. Nowadays with YouTube, they're constantly putting out teaser 1, teaser 2, trailer 1, trailer 2, final trailer. It's TV spot, clip, 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 clip. It's irritating. The other thing I liked when I was a kid, going back to trailers, is you go to Blockbuster or Brokebuster or whatever the hell you want to call it nowadays, and you pick up a VHS and you take it home and you put it in for the first time and you watch it. I don't know, Demolition Man, and you see trailers, and some of those trailers are coming soon to theaters, timed based when this was released on VHS, and then you had some that were coming soon to VHS. Again, sometimes the best parts of the movie.
Yeah, it's like here's a set photo. Here's a set photo of Ryan Reynolds in the Deadpool costume, and I'm like,
Oh my
I
God!
don't give a shit. I really don't.
Oh,
I don't
come
need to
on.
see him
Yes, you do.
standing. No, dude.
Well,
you want to know how many?
yeah,
You want to know how many Avengers trailers I've watched?
Probably more than you want to count.
2.
2.
Mhm.
Sorry, I forgot. Audio listeners, I've only watched 2 because I'm trying, and it's unfortunate. The only ones that I've seen is the ones that they've showed on TV. And that's how I want to see my movie previews and my trailers and stuff like that. And like I saw today. Today was the first time that I actually saw, and get this, so for a romantic movie, a drama, whatever, by a novel by Nicholas Sparks, one of the previews that I saw was for Poltergeist, the reboot.
Oh my God! Is that
Dude.
not the freakiest fucking thing ever?
I'm out. I'm out.
Oh no, I'm going. I am so in on this bad boy.
Dude.
Oh, I was sitting there when I saw the trailer, because I saw it on YouTube. I saw that they were rebooting it, and I
Oh
had
my
to look.
God.
But it was one of these things where it's like, oh, this is going to be stupid. This is going to be horrible. And then even they showed the little girl go up to the TV, the big, huge, widescreen TV now, and
Of
you
course.
see all these hands just kind of coming in on the edge. And then
then
the clown!
And then the fucking string going around the shoe.
Oh my God! The clown!
I'm telling you, if you have not watched the trailer and you like horror shit, check it out.
Even if you don't, just go
Yeah.
see it.
I'm like
You
sitting
remember
there. I'm
Poltergeist.
sitting there, and of course it's got the surround sound shit going, and I'm like, oh, and of course you hear the, and I look at Jenny, my wife next to me. I'm like, you're gonna want to put your head down. And she's like, why? What is this? I'm like, it's Poltergeist, and you're not gonna want to see what comes up next. Because I'm already thinking what's gonna happen. And then you hear the little girl, they're here, and you're just like, fuck them out, leave me. Where's the exit? Dear God. So, but you know what? They did what they wanted. They did what I actually like, though. Even though I'm not going to see that movie at all, they actually got me to watch and be not interested, but like hook me if I was in that genre, and I like that stuff because you didn't show too much. You gave me a teaser like what a preview is supposed to be like, and Now we're gonna segue. Good segue moment. So, are we done on Jared Leto, by the way?
You know what? We are, but
Good.
you just reminded me of another trailer I want to talk about real quick before we get off of
Sure.
things that piss me
Go
off.
ahead. Yeah.
Have you seen the newest trailer for the Terminator Genesis?
No, I have not.
No.
The only one that I've seen is with when they show old Arnold doing a nosedive into a helicopter or something.
But you don't know who's in the other helicopter, right?
No.
Okay, so I'm not going to spoil this trailer because I believe, and I could totally be wrong, I believe this trailer shows all of the hands, like all of the cards in hand. I'm sorry, I said that totally wrong. They literally tell you the twist of the movie. Literally. There is not... Right now, going into it, I'm thinking there is not a damn thing left for this movie to do that would catch me off guard. You have told me everything in the trailers.
You're prepped and ready for it all.
I'm not even going to fucking bother, okay? I hated
Wait for it to come to
3.
DVD. You'll be fine.
Well, see, that's the thing. I hated
3.
I
Oh
hated
my
3.
God.
I walked out before it was over because I had to call my now ex-wife at the time because she
Good for you.
wasn't texting me.
Good for you.
And then Salvation, I borrowed that Blu-ray from Jerry for, I think it was over a year, and still never watched it just because there was never that, like, you really need to watch this kind
But
of
did
thing.
you play the video game?
The Salvation video game? Fuck
Oh,
no, what did that
yeah.
get? Like a 2 or a 3?
I think Jerry owns it, actually, so you might want to borrow that from him, too.
Damn, he might.
Just never return it back.
I know he
Yeah,
did a review for it, so.
It's not good.
No, I know it's not good, but oh my god, dude, I saw this and I was like, what the fuck? This is so stupid. Although I strongly advise, if you are interested, now that I have kind of talked about it and you want to watch it, go watch it. Keep in mind, it shows all the cards, as far as I'm aware. I mean, it is their trailer, so obviously it probably doesn't, but the story that the trailer lays out no longer interests me. The first trailer that I saw interested me. If you do want to see some humor tied into it, look up Auralnauts on YouTube. They're the guys that did the Bane outtake videos where they redubbed Bane's voice to do a whole bunch of stuff. They actually went back and redubbed the first trailer for Terminator Genesis. It's really funny. I'm not even going to try to tell any of the jokes because you have to hear them for the first time, but I do suggest to watch that first trailer before you watch that, or a lot of the jokes are going to get lost on you.
Awesome. I will watch it.
But other than that, let's segue into something exciting, possibly exciting. Let's do that. So within the last couple of weeks, we have seen yet another teaser trailer for Star Wars The Force Awakens. Oh my god, am I fucking excited about this.
Did you cry at all? Tear up a little bit?
You know what? At the end, when they showed Han Solo and Chewbacca, dude, I felt that tingle run up my spine.
Mm-hmm.
We're home. That was epic. 2 words.
Of course, then again, I read a lot of the books when I was in college. One of the series I read was a 21-book series called The New Jedi Order. In the first book, now this is no longer canon, so I'm going to spoil this. If you don't want to know what happens in one book from back in the early 2000s, skip about the next 2 minutes. Chewbacca dies. He gets crushed by a moon.
By a moon?
A moon?
By a moon.
That's pretty hardcore. Is it a small moon, like the Death Star?
Well, no. It's like our size moon. So,
But how
but
did you get crushed by a moon?
so basically, they were fighting this enemy called the Yuzon Vong, which they reside outside the galaxy that currently existed in the book series at the time. They basically broke their way into it, like through a wormhole from another galaxy.
Okay.
All their weapons and everything were organic, but they lived outside the Force. So the Jedis couldn't sense them at all. They couldn't affect them in any way, shape, or form. And much like, so think about it like Starship Troopers. Remember how they had those big tank bugs?
Yeah.
So think about they had
They
one
had big
on this.
moon bugs.
Well, no.
I had
So
to.
what they did is they had one that was that large that was on this planet, and its posterior had a gravity well of its own. So every cycle when the moon passed, it slowly pulled the moon closer and closer.
Gotcha.
So eventually it just started whipping around, and I'm not going to say
Chewie got
exactly how everything happened, but yeah, Chewie.
That was his death. Chewie.
Until he was decapitated.
Wow.
You know, what
Shit,
I always
more
expected
that.
was to see him like just come up through it, punching.
He's unleashed. He's got over
Shatters it
9,000.
open.
And all of his hair is turned yellow.
Oh, that'd have been epic.
Chewie went
God.
Super Saiyan.
They need to
Oh my
reach out to us.
God.
But man, am I so excited about this?
Yeah.
The trailer basically opens with Luke Skywalker running through some lines that were originally in Return of the Jedi, but they're obviously being reread by him in this, and he's basically talking about the Force being in his family. His wording in it is a little weird. He says, "My father has it. Your father's dead." Okay?
Had it. Yeah, exactly what
had
I
it.
heard.
But then again, if he's in the living Force like they showed at the end of Return of the Jedi, he does still have it because he's in it, but he can't do anything.
Right.
Then he says, I have it, my sister has it, then he says, you have it, which hints at him having someone in his family that
But
is
do we
Force.
know if it's his family or if he's just giving an example
No,
of his family
it's-
tree?
you know
saying
it's going
you
to
have
be.
it?
It's
his
gotta
father.
be. Well, yeah, no. I seriously think it's Han and Leia's daughter.
That's what I'm
or son.
thinking.
So you're
Because
thinking
they got to
like
have
uncle.
a kid.
It's his nephew.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, because they were the
Or
only
niece.
relationship that they showed in the
Or niece.
movies. Or niece, yeah.
Wow,
Is it
yeah.
or niece, yeah.
Good
I didn't
thought
think
right
about it
there.
from that angle. I was actually thinking about it from strictly Luke's position.
Well, in the books,
He's the academy teacher, isn't he?
yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He is the first Academy teacher when he puts it together. The new Jedi Academy was a trilogy that took place, which introduced a shit ton of awesome characters that we're probably never going to see. Another really awesome character that was introduced in the books was Mara Jade, which turned out to be Luke Skywalker's wife, who then helped give birth to his son, Ben Skywalker.
Oh, he named him after Ben Kenobi. That's awesome.
Yeah, there's all sorts of funny things, like the Solos ended up with a son by the name of Anakin.
Nice.
Name him after my father who tried to kill our race. Awesome.
Yeah,
My father's father.
but I'm super stoked about this.
They didn't show too much, and that's what I loved about it. I mean, they did
Yeah.
show whatever that guy's name is, Bagoda, or the not to sound racist, the black guy. I mean, they showed him like in 3 different scenes. I'm like thinking, what kind of part does he have? Because they're obviously
He's a
focusing lot.
stormtrooper gone rogue.
I don't know if that's true or if he's actually, because in one scene he's not wearing the stormtrooper costume. In another scene he is.
That's 'cause he went
did he dress
rogue.
up? Do we know that?
Nah, he
Yeah,
had to.
because I mean, think about New Hope. Luke and Han dressed up as stormtroopers. Now
And
here's
that's what I'm thinking. Are they going to do a nostalgia fest to that, where he dresses up and sneaks into their base or something like that? Who knows? It's like, who is this guy though? What is his purpose? Because they're really focusing a lot on him. And this other chick that has a badass staff or something like that. And I'm like, who is she? Is that maybe the daughter of Han and Leia? Maybe, I don't know.
giant fudge pop bicycle thing that she flies on.
Yeah, true.
The one thing that really starts to set me off is if you look at the 2 trailers that we now have seen
Mhm.
back to back. That guy, the one that you pointed out, the stormtrooper guy, the one that we've seen a bunch of times. Every time you see him, he is either running or having an asthma attack or sweating his fucking balls off. Like, I really hope there's a scene in this movie where I get to hear him talk regularly and he's calmly standing around.
Well, that's why I kind of took from
It's
Dan
not coming.
Reichert. Dan Reichert on Giant Bomb. That's why I kind of took from his tweet that he posted, and I put it on our group page, where he says, he goes, okay, so from what I've gathered from the 2 teaser trailers that we've watched is 20% of the movie is going to be him panting, sweating, and having an asthma attack. I was like,
Exactly. That's
Bravo.
exactly right. That's
Bravo.
exactly right.
but you know what? They're not giving us a lot, which I like, because you're just piquing my interest. I mean, my one scene that I was just like, oh, what's he doing? Is that scene with the Sith whatever is going.
Oh, yeah, and he turns around and does the force push.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Have you heard the rumors about that? About how
No.
people are trying to say that that's Darth Revan, one of the bad guys from
No.
Knights of the Old Republic?
Really?
Yeah.
I heard
Yeah.
a rumor of that too.
It's
No.
I can almost guarantee
I don't want that. I
that's
heard
not the situation.
if they're going to tie into anything, leave that alone.
I still want to know about the saber guard.
Yeah.
Oh, the hilt thing?
Yeah, the two jets of plasma that are coming out.
Yeah.
Ah,
There's been rumors about that where, what was it? One was it's a person that tried to construct their own lightsaber, but they couldn't wield the power correctly, so it had to
Yeah,
have
I've heard that too.
exhaust to be able to focus it on that blade, so it had to have exhaust pipes or something. I don't
So,
know.
and I get where you're coming from, but you got to keep in mind also, Count Dooku had a strange shaped lightsaber. Do you guys remember that one?
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
actually
that's right.
came out and down a little bit. It's because
Curve to it.
his
That's right.
was
His
more of a
handling.
fencing style.
That's right.
So with that hilt on it, it may just be the fact that the person that the person that they grew from might have been someone that has their background, their planet's mythos might be something very similar to the Scottish Highlanders here. So that type of weapon looks and feels more comfortable to that person.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't know.
Hey, you know what? All I know is we got 8 months 8 months
Speculate.
till this comes out, and I don't want them, like you just said about the Terminator Genesis trailer. You can tease me all you want. Don't give me the whole fucking movie, though, because I want everybody to go in there. Like JJ says, he's like, I don't want to give away too much because what's the point of the movie going experience if you're going to go and already know what half the movie is about by the trailers?
Yeah.
Leave it alone. So
Also, I found the Stormtrooper suit that I've got to get to cosplay. It was black with red stripes down the face.
That was
I
pretty
gotta
badass.
get it. I gotta fucking get that.
So you are going to do a stormtrooper design?
Oh yeah, I've always wanted to have a Stormtrooper suit.
See,
I
I've
just-
actually thought about doing the TIE pilot.
Well, that's the one that I would have done. Like if I had. Oh, I didn't tell you guys. Me and Sean came across the TIE pilot in a kilt at this year's Irish Fest. I think Sean got a picture of it. I got a picture of it. I'll have to throw it up on the group now
Yeah, get that up
randomly,
there.
just because stuff.
That's awesome.
But yeah, so we're excited about that. Let's move on to the next one because we gotta kind of, we're 45 minutes out from at least stopping. There was also a trailer that's been released that's been claimed to be in-game engine. I'll believe it when I see it, of Star Wars Battlefront.
Don't. That ain't gameplay.
No, it's not gameplay, but they claim it's in-engine, much like any of Kojima's cinematics from all of the Metal Gear stuff.
Yeah.
But again, I'm going to take Jim Sterling's side on this. Bullshit.
Thank you.
Okay?
I am so in agreement with that.
Look at what Gearbox did with Aliens Colonial Marine.
Thank you.
I'm going to take that as a CGI. Yeah, no, that's a CGI trailer for me right now.
And that's the thing is, that's what they're learning from, is they're learning from Hollywood. Let's spruce this shit up. Let's make it look pretty so that everybody goes out there and pre-order. I got to talk about that in a minute, just briefly, real quick, and then we can keep talking about the EA Battlefront trailer. So, Ian, you'll be glad to know, because what was the one thing that we saw in that Battlefront trailer? Pre-order now so you can have first dibs to get that Battle of Jaka or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah, the free map.
Yeah.
That's going to be released to everybody anyways.
But you get first dibs if you pre-order it.
Yay!
Whatever. The great news about it is, at least, hopefully, there is goodness coming from the average gamer now. Have you seen the article? There is one on IGN, and I'll definitely post it to the group page after we're done. I forgot to do it earlier. The UK pre-orders have taken a nosedive.
Good.
It's because you don't need to be pre-ordering anything.
Let me just read this real quick. A report conducted by Ipsos Mori's GameTrack project on behalf of MCV, whatever that stands for, found 20% of UK gamers are either pre-ordering fewer titles, or not pre-ordering anything. Which, thank you, UK.
Yeah.
Thank you, you
Good
great
job.
Brits.
Good
It's
job.
awesome. We need to learn from this. Fuck pre-orders. I'm sorry.
Don't say that too
I hate
loud, or
that
the
shit.
redcoats will come back
And
over.
I don't want to go to that because we've talked about this, I think, every podcast that we've done in the past month or something. We know our views on pre-orders. I ain't pre-ordering shit. You're not pre-ordering shit.
Now, I will say this. I did pre-order.
That's
and
fine.
only by
It's
like
okay.
2 hours for GTA 5. For
That's
money.
fine.
Yeah,
but
but see, that's
go ahead,
when
Ian.
when it comes to pre-ordering something digitally, being able to download it early so that you can play it at hour 1 or
Right.
hour 0, whatever the hell you want to call it, that's fine. fucking putting a bunch of bullshit behind a paywall, and then the only way I gain access to it is from pre-ordering it or buying it after the point. That's fucking bullshit. You know what? Here, let me show you. And I know I've put this thing on camera before. I'm about to get all heated and angry. Let me show you the reason why. No, you're fine. The reason why I pre-ordered DMC back on the 360. Okay? This is not, there's no code in here for anything. This is a replica of Dante's necklace from the game. Free. Sent to me with the game. Yes, I buy stupid, cheesy shit. You can get my pre-order money by giving me stupid shit. Give me an art book. Give me the soundtrack. Give me a fucking controller. Give me a shirt. I don't give a fuck. Give me something tangible. Don't give me something that you're going to sell to everybody else as soon as the fucker's out. Give me something that I get that they don't. Make me special. Make me special. Fuck
I agree.
Collector's editions also. That shit's starting to piss me off too.
I couldn't agree with you more. So, yeah, that was my brief thing. So I'm so happy to know that hopefully gamers are going to make a difference, and they're going to know that the game developers need to stop that bullshit. So let's go back into the trailer. I mean, John, have you seen it?
For which one?
Battlefront?
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay. So, I mean, again, it's a nice cinematic CG trailer that looks pretty.
Yeah, but
no gameplay. Exactly. Now, I've heard on Podcast Beyond and Giant Bomb had briefly talked about it, but they weren't able to. They didn't go to Star Wars Celebration, so they didn't actually see the. Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yeah, he loved every fucking minute of it.
I bet, because they're going to London next year. So, anyways, they said within the whatever special invitation that you had to have, IGN Podcast Beyond was talking about it. Number one, the biggest thing that, not biggest thing, but one of the main things that came out of it was no single player campaign, which to me, with this type of game, we know the story. We know the universe. We know the characters. So, not putting a story in there. Granted, I bitched about this before with the whole Titanfall thing and the Evolve thing and shit like that, but we don't know anything about it.
Yeah, we don't know anything about Titanfall or Evolve. You need to give us lore to put us, immerse us in it. Yeah. Yeah, but not knowing this, I could immediately throw Battlefront in, like I did the other night. I loaded up Battlefront on the gaming PC that I now have. Nice. Thanks, John. And was jamming on, some Battlefront 2 that I got in one of the Humble bundles. Granted, that thing doesn't have controller support, so here I am trying to learn the WASD and the waggles,
That's why I play my GTA 5.
Yeah. Oh God, well, I heard that they revamped it pretty well for the keyboard and mouse.
It plays really well on the keyboard and mouse.
Fly a plane.
It uses the 10 key.
Whoa, interesting.
Wow.
We'll have to talk about that in our gaming session. Definitely, I want to hear about that. But anyways, that was the first thing. The second thing was, as far as we know so far, there's probably more, but you will have the ability, whatever unlock or perk that you have to do, you will be able to play as Darth Vader or Boba Fett. They showed that as well, which I'm iffy on because Podcast Beyond, and I know that you hated Greg Miller. I know, Ian. I think you might want to give him a chance because Brian Altano is on it now, and Greg Miller and Chris Moriarty are off of it now, and it's a whole new staff. It's Max Scoville, Marty Silva, Brian Altano. Anyways, whatever.
Hang on a second. You're trying to get me to listen to Podcast Beyond.
They're not bad. They don't really talk a lot about PlayStation. They really don't. The only thing that they're doing PlayStation-wise right now is they are talking about, they're doing a top 50 list of PlayStation must-have games across all consoles, 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Okay, well, I mean, I wouldn't.
Anyways, not to sidetrack, but anyways, they were talking about being able to play as a iconic person in Battlefront was okay, but it was a little OP to me, at least. And granted, you do have to do shit to earn it. To me, it's like it'd be badass to see like a cinematic to where, kind of like in Chivalry, John. If you remember, Chivalry is one of the missions that you have to do in Chivalry is whatever class that you pick, your mission at the end of all the objectives is you must kill the king. And the king is a random player that gets selected to play as said king. Now, if they would do something like that in Battlefront as a objective is you have to go and kill Darth Vader, you have to go and kill this elite Sith assassin or whatever, and you have all these other guys trying to protect him, that'd be pretty badass to me. And they need to learn a lot from these online-only multiplayer games to know what true
Well, they
factor, I
need to
guess.
look at some of the indie stuff.
Absolutely. We don't know anything about game modes, so I'm not trying to say that that's not a game mode, but go ahead, Ian.
One thing they definitely need to look at is what happened with Battlefield 4 and what not to do because of Battlefield 4.
You don't think that it's going to be a Battlefield 4 with the skin of Star Wars? That's what
Well,
everybody's
no, I'm
saying.
talking about when Battlefield 4 launched, it was broke.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know,
EA
man,
hopefully will learn. Hopefully. Hopefully. I mean, they're relying on a huge franchise right now, and they could really burn a lot of people if they fuck it up. So,
dude, if they fuck it up, they're going to need to immediately turn around and start work on 1313.
I'm seriously debating on day one of this. I don't think I'll be a day one on this.
Oh, you know me. I'm a
that's
giant
okay.
dick in the mouth for a good Star Wars game.
Hey, you know what? I would if, number one, I knew it wouldn't be broken first day because that's what we've been seeing a lot of lately. Number two is it's multiplayer only, and I really don't play a lot of multiplayer games right now, at least. And we'll talk about that later. But it was a nice trailer. I mean, it looked good. It got all our pants going a little bit.
Yeah, it did.
So
Got me a
I
little
mean,
tight in the pantaloonies area.
all you have to do is play the sound effect of a blaster, and I'm good to go. Literally.
That's kind of gross.
Yeah. That's what my sound is whenever I. Never mind.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Okay.
Hey, at
We're
least
gonna
it got a
change
lightsaber.
subjects now.
So hang on.
We're gonna get.
No, hang on. If that's the sound that it makes, do you have the same problem with the aim?
Oh,
You just can't hit anything?
I will give you a clap on that one, sir. Very
Oh, but
good.
it's as precise as a
I did
Scott
not
Rowling
shoot
when he
first.
goes.
Yes, I didn't shoot first this time.
Changing the subject, let's roll into what everybody's been playing. I'm going to go last because I don't think I have as much to throw out there. John, since you haven't talked as much as me and Fuckface have, why don't you go ahead? Why don't you go ahead?
Call it like it really is. I love it. Absolutely love it.
You got a
Why don't
party
you go ahead and give us your take?
You sure you got pretty lips, boy? Oh, God.
Let me see that mouth.
Oh, my God. Oh, man. Okay. Getting into this. So a majority of what I've been playing has been GTA 5. Obviously, that was going to be kind of the kicker there. And I have been doing a combination of online and, of course, story mode, trying to get through story again. Now, one thing that I really liked was being able to bring in my PS3 GTA 5 character into the PC game in its current iteration. I didn't have to level it up, nothing. And I had the ability to go in and change the look of my character after the fact.
That was cool. I did have
What
the
are you
option to
shaking
do
your
that
head
on the
for?
PS4 version. Go ahead.
Hang on,
Ian.
I was muted, so I couldn't open my mouth. That's fucking bullshit. Okay, I'm sorry. That's fucking bullshit. I think if you have the chance to change the look of your character when you're importing them, you should actually have the chance to be able to go to I don't know, an in-game plastic surgeon and
A
change your
barber.
looks.
Or
Like,
yeah.
You guys have not
Gross.
seen my guy's look in GTA Online, but he is the derpiest looking fucking criminal ever on this earth. I shit you not.
But you have that ability when you're building out your character.
But see, I was in a
When
hurry.
you build it out again,
Well,
like
what
Ian
was-
said, hold on a
Can't
minute, John,
rush.
because like Saints Row does very well, you have the ability to go to a plastic surgeon at any time, and you can
Yeah.
alter the look of your character whenever you want. And guess what?
Even the
Even though-
sex.
Thank you. And even though it isn't a Saints Row Online where there's up to X amount of players in a lobby or whatever, they should still offer that option because I'll agree with you on that, Ian. Thank God I was able to change the way that my PS3 character looked because, yeah, when I did it the first time, I did what you did. I just tried to
Derpy
fucking
and
create
quick.
something really quick, and I did a random appearance, and I just said, all right, whatever, fuck it, done. And I was like,
Oh
oh,
no,
wait,
I didn't.
no,
I didn't do
whoa.
random.
Oh, you didn't?
No,
Oh,
I found
okay.
Caucasian male and Asian woman, and I said, "Yeah, I want to see what my possible kid could have looked
You
like."
got a,
And that guy is jacked the fuck up.
you
Okay,
got a Wasian. You got a Wasian.
a white Asian.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, oh God, that's wrong.
Hey, I covered both grounds. That's all right.
Oh
I got
my
to see this
God.
character though, man. I'm really interested.
So do I.
I'll man, I don't know. I
Upload a
posted
screenshot.
some. Well, I uploaded some videos of me playing
Okay.
online on my YouTube channel. So
I'll take a look.
swing by there, take a look. Let me know if the face doesn't ever show, and I can at least get one video where I go to my apartment and I do a lot of drinking until I pass the fuck out, and you can at least see his face and what the effects are. You know, getting high or
That's the
something.
way to do it, right?
Yeah. So John,
Until you pass out.
John, sell me on this PC version, man. Tell me what you've been doing and what you're impressed with compared to what. Now, granted, you did play on a PS3, so I'm sure it looks a shitload better on the PC.
Oh, of course it does. It
Um,
looks 10 times better. And I'm waiting for the mods to come out. Once the mod community
There
goes
has
nuts
been
with this
some.
thing. Yeah, I haven't delved into any of it.
Have you seen the one where you can be a superhero?
No, I
You
didn't know
can
that there was one.
punch the shit out of a car and watch it fly.
Is this one that you now have to pay for with the new Steam community
I
setup?
don't. Well, they don't have workshop on GTA 5, do they?
I don't
Not
think
yet.
they have a workshop yet.
Yeah, I'm sure it will be eventually, but no, this is I guess a mod that you have to download and import the files into a specific directory. Let's do a
Gotcha.
Google search for GTA 5 superhero mod.
Yeah,
Pretty
I'll
funny.
go there
I saw
and
some
look for
video
it.
on it.
Sidebar,
I mean, they're
real
great, they're
quick.
fine.
So they are charging for certain things in the mod workshops, right?
Certain users are charging, yes. It's
Okay,
a
because
mod process.
I just bought Skyrim for like $5, and I'm like, dude, all these mods I want to put into it. If I turn around and a shit ton of those fuckers are charge only, I'm gonna be pissed. I finally
No.
walked through this gate, and then all of a sudden everybody's like, I want $2 for that fucking bow you saw in that video on GameSpot like half a
Yeah.
year ago.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking
Yeah,
of
I would hope that it's only allowed for new stuff and not
Yeah.
pre-existing.
And not to, well, we'll keep sidetracking real quick on Skyrim. I know that we had some people in our group, Jerry, you as well, purchase Skyrim. Some of the mods to focus on that John and I have been kind of blown away is any of the enhanced detail mods. Definitely add those, as well as the bloody mods, because it adds so much beautiful greatness to the
I like the water and the
the
lighting
water
mods.
god, yeah. I mean, I'm trying to sell like art here is what I sound like, but
My
it
concern,
already is
though,
a beautiful game. But go ahead.
my concern though is, and again, John, I'm not trying to talk shit because you
No, you're
graciously gave me a hand-me-down type of situation. I don't want to get a bunch of high, like 4K type shit because I don't have a 4K monitor.
No, you can
No.
skip 4K
These
stuff.
aren't. Trust
Well,
me.
I
It'll
don't.
work on
I'm not
current-
looking. I'm not looking to upgrade all the visuals all the way. Like
Okay.
like I was telling Jerry in one point, or was it John? I can't even remember who I was telling this to now. I've been drinking. Somebody said that I was now part of the PC. It was John. I was now
It was
part of
me.
the PC Master Race, and I was like, no, because I'm focused on last gen. If it comes out on this gen console, I'm getting it on the Xbox One. You know, so it's one of the until they're really
They're
fucking
cheap.
cheap. Yeah,
Mhm.
because I don't want to upgrade this thing. I know it could play last gen stuff with no problem. So I mean, I've got my backlog went from like 20 game, or my wish list on Steam went from 20 games to almost 100 overnight when this computer first showed up here. Because I went through and I was like, this would look cool, but it's got to be like $2 for me to buy it. You know.
Well, see, I made a jump last night before I started playing GTA. I picked up Besieged,
Ooh,
and that is so much fun.
I wanna play that so
Hold
bad.
up.
It was
Hold on. Are you talking?
$7.
Are you done talking about GTA 5 real quick?
Yeah, we can.
What is Besieged?
So Besiege is a physics engine-based game, and you have to. There's a sandbox mode that you can get to, but the basis is you build this machine contraption. You can have flamethrowers, cannons, saw blades, or you could just have it with motorized wheels, gears. Think of anything that you want to make, and you can make it. Trebuchets, this, that. You can make anything. And the intent and the goal is to destroy an object in the level. That's
Interesting.
basically what it's about. And it's still an alpha, but they had it on sale. I saw it last night. I'd seen some videos of it before. and they wanted $7 for it. I was like, yeah, I'll go ahead and jump on that.
And what are your impressions since you get it?
Phenomenal.
Really?
I've
So
got
is it kind of like a build? So when you're talking about building whatever to destroy a specific object, when you're talking about constructing, you're making me think of games like Kerbal.
Yes.
So
Similar.
in Space Engineers.
Yes.
So it's pretty much just like that. You pick your object.
You have a cube.
Lay it.
That you have to base everything around.
Okay.
And then once you base around your cube, you can build it into whatever you need to build it into.
Interesting. I never heard of this game. That's really unique. So it's all about just building some kind of weapon of destruction to destroy a wall or whatever.
One of the last levels that I played last night was one where I had to destroy 90% of an army force that was in front of me. They have bows and arrows, and they have little guys with swords and shields.
So your object that you create, how does it determine what your health status is on your...
Well, there is no health per se. Your thing will just eventually break if it takes too much damage.
Okay.
Or if it catches on fire, or if it explodes on a landmine.
Turn too sharply, or...
Yeah, if you turn too sharp, the wheels will catch you by.
You drive too fast, it'll just shake itself apart.
It reminds me a lot of Kerbal. I mean, so how much did you say you picked this up for?
$7.
Okay.
I believe it's in early access.
It is. It's alpha.
So go into it knowing that.
That's fine. I was.
If you want to watch a couple of people play it real quick, I hate to shill out on other people, but if you check out Jacksepticeye and Markiplier on YouTube, they've done some playthroughs of it. I strongly suggest Jacksepticeye. I've gotten a little fed up with Markiplier. Watch him. He's a good Irish boy. He has some serious fun playing that game, and watching him play that game has made me want to buy the game. And it's not even
the fact that I jumped on it.
Yeah, it's not even one of those things where it's like, I saw like a trailer for it. It's like I want to play it. It's like getting to see someone play it makes me more interested in it. And
that's the whole goal of some of these people that stream. Like, what was the guy's name, John, that did all those Kerbal videos that Pat
Manley.
Yeah, Scott Manley. Scott Manley. Yeah, I mean, he made it look so easy, but then, of course, I buy the fucker, and I'm like, I have no idea what the hell I'm doing at Kerbal.
Why do you think I don't buy Gmod? I'm not even bothering with that.
Well, yeah. Yeah. So, Besiege, I'll check that out, because that would be interesting to see
it's worth the time.
What they're going to develop as far as future patches and stuff. What if they would add something kind of like, well, Kerbal never really added multiplayer, but that'd be something unique where you have to co-op and build something, and then see what you're talking about. To me, makes me think of Kerbal mixed in with Rampart. If you remember Rampart, but Rampart was about building a base, but you were placing cannons.
Yeah, well, you can put this cannon. You can put a cannon on your vehicle.
This is all about.
You want to turn it into a vehicle, and then
you could put like 18 cannons on your vehicle. You just have to prepare the body for the shot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like the last one that I made last night was nothing but a bunch of saw blades on this rolling tank, and so you had 6 saw blades that were around the outside of it. It was covered in armor plating.
Wow.
And it had a cannon at the very top center, so that I could take out the long distance guys, and then the saw blades would take care of all the guys that were charging up upon me.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it was a fucking blast.
Cool.
Very nice.
Nice find, man.
And then that game also gives you the ability to download community-created units. So let's say if you don't want to go through the time of building something, you can just download anything and
already
try it out. Yeah,
just cool.
Just to see what happens and things along those lines.
Very cool. What else, John?
That's it. Those are the only 2 that I've been playing on.
All right. Well, Ian said he's going last, so I'll go next. I did something that I've never done in literally 2 weeks since we recorded. I beat 2 games, or I finished them.
What?
Yeah, I know, right? So I finally finished.
Tetris doesn't count. It's not. You don't beat Tetris.
Oh, damn it! The level 100. I beat GTA 5. So John's playing through it. Ian's playing through it, but he doesn't know how it ends. So I will briefly talk about it and then stop so I don't spoil anything for him. I enjoyed it. The story I thought was pretty good. it ranks up there as far as making me appreciate what Rockstar has done out of all their story games. Red Dead being number one always for me. Probably right behind it would be Vice City, just because I dug that whole time period and the Goodfellas approach and Scarface mixed in with it. Definitely thought it was good. I love the character stories of Trevor, Michael, and Franklin. There is a choice that you'll have to make, Ian. I don't know how much you know. Be wary of your choice, so you will have the option of what choice to pick. I don't know if there's achievements / trophies or whatever if you need to do each side quest, because pretty much whatever you decide is what you're going to end with, and it's your ultimate decision. So think about it before you make that decision. I did, because
I take it this decision that you're referring to is the reason why I see Trevor in GTA Online and I don't see any of the other two guys?
Very good. So you do need to make a choice in regards to that.
Okay.
You will have the option to not have anything happen. Not to give too much away.
Okay.
I don't want to tell you. I don't want to tell you how.
Don't tell me too much more, because quite literally, I got Trevor. I killed the Lost and the Damned guys.
Oh yeah,
that's
you got
it.
some time. Yeah, you still have quite a ways to go. The last heist, I thought, the last heist, I was kind of not as impressed as all the other heists. I'd say out of all of them, the bank robbery one was the best. And I'm not going to go into too much detail about that, so you can experience it, Ian. You've got some. I'm just going to tell you this right now, and I'm going to stop because I know I'm being very vague with my description. Ian, you're in store for a ride, and there's some fucking amazing missions where I'm just sitting there, and I'm holding my controller, just doing all this shit, and I'm like thinking to myself, how the fuck did they create all this shit? How did they create what I'm watching now on this TV screen that I'm playing this game, and all this other stuff is going on around me, and it's just shit flying everywhere. Literally, I mean, not literally shit, but just crazy. You're in store for a ride, sir. That's all I got to say. There's two missions that I really want to talk to you about that were some of my best experiences in gaming. No, I won't.
Yeah,
no, I
right?
won't. No, I won't. With Red Dead did something that I've never experienced in a game, which was let me get the satisfaction that I wanted to out of an ending. And I don't want to spoil that as well, because even though it's kind of an old game, what I think 2010 it came out, but I still don't want to blow it, because I think this game right there needs to be experienced by everybody going in on a first playthrough and to experience that story, because
Yeah, I'm one of these people that keeps walking around going, you know, have you played Red Dead Redemption? You need to play Red Dead Redemption.
It did something to me. Yeah.
Let me lend you Red Dead Redemption. You need to play through it from beginning to end. I also feel like L.A. Noire is one of those games.
I need to finish that.
Yeah, you do. It's one that you really should play, like, almost straight through.
Yeah.
Just because of how, like, in depth the story kind of gets near the end, based on, because there's one overarching, like, case that kind of carries through most of everything. So you kind of gotta, like, binge play through it is the best way to describe it.
Yeah, I haven't started it yet, and I probably won't for a while, but I did, even though you advised me that it would be a bad idea because of how fucking difficult it is PSN, or PlayStation Network, had a sale last weekend, flash sale, and I picked up Nightmare, or whatever it's called, Red Dead Nightmare, for $4.
Oh, well, I mean, you know, have fun with it. I got to a point where I was like, all right, you know what, fuck this. I'm not going to get that goddamn flower, because every time I get off, there's either a horde of zombies, or there's a zombie bear, or there's a zombie mountain lion, or some other zombie thing that comes along and get me. I mean, I understand you're trying to create tension. That's fine. But I'm not doing it, and I'm not constantly running from town to town to make sure that every town is okay. Okay? I'm not doing it.
It's a zombie tree.
I got War's horse, and I said, I win.
Yeah.
I'm done.
I mean, it was $4, and I remembered you talking to me about it. I was like, you know what, $4, I will throw that, and whatever goes to Rockstar, hopefully they get a good portion of it, whatever.
Yeah, it's an interesting take. It's fun.
Okay.
If you just kind of fuck around with it, like we all did with GTA 3 when we first got our hands on it, then it's a good time. But if you, like, And you may get through it and be like, Ian, you're just stupid. I played this. It was easy. You're stupid. And it would just be that playing it on the PlayStation 3, you got the baby version of it.
Yeah, it's okay.
There's nothing wrong with cheat codes. God damn it.
So, anyways,
There are none. I tried.
I picked that up. The other game
Oh, I had a trainer.
The
trainer made it so much better.
Cheater.
So
Yes,
the
that's
other
fine.
game that
I'd
I
already
beat.
beaten it.
All right. So the other game that I beat last night, actually, and it took me 8 hours and 10 minutes to beat, and I'll tell you why in a minute, was Bayonetta.
Short game.
No, that's
And the
actually,
reason why,
that's an average game.
let me finish that real quick. So the reason why, and I
You don't have
told
to
John
explain
about
yourself.
this, chapters 1 through 4 I was playing on normal. And then I was like, you know what? I want to experience the story. I'm going to lower it to easy, and I'm just going to have fucking fun with this game. And I did. Oh, the shit that she does. Oh, Bayonetta. Your tortures and your climaxes. Oh, my God.
oh my god, it sounds like a Saturday night for Ian.
Dude.
Oh, your tortures and
told-
your climaxes.
And that's why I was pissed off I didn't tell John, and I was almost going to double buy, but then I was like, you know what, fuck it. I'm going to play Bayonetta 2 since it's only on Wii U, of course, but Bayonetta was also on the flash sale last weekend for $8 on the PSN. I forgot to tell John. I was like, John, this game is like, I was telling him about it this past week. I was like, this game is right up your alley, dude. Seriously. Sexual innuendos, crazy, orgasmic.
Wait, what are you trying to
sound
call
effects.
me?
Pervert. We're trying to call you
Dude,
a pervert. That's
It's okay. Every
you
male
know,
needs to pay
you
this.
know me, okay? Okay, you voluntarily hang out with me. You're a pervert, okay? I don't need I can't tell you
Just
anything.
by association.
Yeah, that's the words.
So a couple things though. First, my favorite torture was, I forgot what the villain it was, but it's the chick angel, whatever, that has big old titties, but they're all covered up or whatever. And the torture where you have to whip the chick, and then you pick her up and you put her on this horse,
Lust.
and you gotta. Oh god! And then you see the boobs bouncing up and down while she's pulling on
The
that
best.
chick, and then you hear the
The
orgasm
best.
sound.
It's
The
when
pop-
when she reveals herself and she does like that whole like
Oh,
stripper
the
lay
dance
down
thing,
and
dude. Oh, the
wraps
dance
her
thing was
hand
awesome.
all over between her legs. I'm like sitting there going, I
Yeah.
hope nobody's watching me. I
Thank
think
you.
my windows were open the night that I was playing that game, and I turned around and was like, oh god, I hope nobody was walking by at that inopportune moment.
So
I
yeah,
would have had to
John.
like walk through my yard to get to that window, but
So yeah, John. The
whatever.
first the scene that Ian and I are talking about is right when you encounter this enemy that you have to then pretty much obliterate. They go into a dance off and they do these sexy, kind of seductive lap dance style dances, and spreading legs, doing pelvic thrusts and all this other shit. Especially, okay, so I'm not going to give away too much. So first thing though, I was pretty impressed with the story. The voice acting was hit and miss with me. I didn't really, but it's whatever. I had subtitles turned on, so if I didn't like what I heard, I just turned it down. I didn't give a shit. But it was a unique story.
Read it.
And I actually, it was a story that I actually thought I could predict, but I didn't. I didn't predict it correctly. And I think you know where I'm getting at, Ian, at the end.
Yeah.
The whole twist. It's a twist.
Yeah. There's
God
this
damn it, there
this
we go.
particular
I gotta play it
game
now.
ends like 3 to 4 times.
Yeah.
So if you
and
do
that's
play
yeah,
it.
okay, so yeah, the the first inning was what shocked me. The second part was like, okay. Third part, I was like, all right, that's pretty badass how it all,
Mhm.
it's a wheel. Everything revolves and goes back to where it begins. Again, John, if I gotta loan you this will be a while, but when I loan you my Wii U or however you get on the PS3 or something,
So I'm
rent
still
it.
waiting for your PS3, asshole.
Right?
Yeah, I just need to figure out something.
If I find a cheap
Got so many
copy,
games still.
so John, you still have a PlayStation 3, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm retro searching a lot now. If I find like a cheap ass version for a PlayStation 3, I'll pick you up a copy. I'm not even gonna worry about it.
I mean, I can't. And I'm going to start it tonight, and I know that we're going to be in here in about 10, 15 minutes. But I want to. I'm going to start Bayonetta 2 tonight, and I've heard bad things about it. I've heard the voice acting is 10 times worse than the first one, so I got to get ready for an annoying asshole character in this version. But the whole Cheshire,
Oh, the
oh my
kid.
God, the sexual tension between the two. Oh my God, it's a good game, and I love the story and the combat. Of course, I like that combat style
Of
better
course you
than
do.
Devil May Cry because it was more melee driven. Yes, there is range with
Oh,
guns on the feet and on the hands, but I don't have to use a sword except if I'm playing as Link costume Bayonetta. Then she uses his Hyrule sword,
Now,
and it's different. What's up?
Keaton's gonna cry.
real
I
quick,
know, I know.
I'm about to just blow up
We've
on
already
your
talked about this
ass.
though, but go ahead.
But you do know that Bayonetta was actually created by
Done
the
by the
guy
same.
that originally created Devil May Cry, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, okay, cool. Well,
Yep.
then shut your mouth.
I have respect for both. Like I said, I have no problem with either game. I just like the combat because it was up close and personal. I saw the crazy shit that she was doing, and hey, man, you can't downplay the torture and the climaxes.
No, no,
Devil
those
May
are
Cry,
cool.
Dante didn't do that shit, and nor do I want to see that. But it's just my preference too. I'm sorry, female trumps male.
Okay, that's weird.
I know that's weird.
Do you have any others that you need to talk about?
Nope, that's it. So go ahead and talk about what you've been playing, sir.
Okay, so I got to do this real quick because I got two things going on. I got one dog that's, oh my God, she's scooting that fucking ball all over the floor. This is gonna take just a second.
Sorry.
So I really haven't played anything different than I've talked about before in the latest podcasts. Most recently, the only thing that's new that I've been playing is Neverwinter. It has come to Xbox One, so me and Sleek Stealthy and Steadiest Rhyme, I believe, has been playing it as well. I haven't played with her yet, but me and Sleek have gotten in there and we've played through it. And unfortunately, he's gone through a situation where he is currently unemployed at this particular moment. I will get to you in just a minute. And so he's way over leveled than I am. So I'll usually call him in when there's like a boss fight and just I'll hit a couple of times and then back up and let him end the boss as quick as possible so I can just move on because it's a free to play MMO. The grind is real. Oh, is it ever so real? Speaking of MMOs, the only other thing that I started into is last night, me and Hater, I'm not going to use his actual name. He is part of the group. I don't know if you guys know his other name. We started playing Guild Wars 2, and that's not a free-to-play MMO. I paid like $15 for that thing, and man, that grind. Man, that fucking grind. I tell you what. I think I got, in the starting area for the Norns, I think I got 8 of the hearts filled up, if you remember what I'm talking about with the stupid shit like that.
Yeah.
I almost died once. It was interesting. It's a learning experience. I haven't done a lot of MMOs. In fact, I downloaded Knights of the Old Republic and have started that, but I didn't get very far because I don't have anybody else that's playing with me.
Yeah, I need to get into that. Sorry.
The only other game that I've been playing is a game that is referred to as another Metroid 2 remake. That's the full name, but when you see it, it's what is it? AM2R. It is a fan-made remake of the Game Boy game of Metroid 2. And basically, he made it using a Super Metroid type of animation, like Super Metroid, Metroid Fusion, and Zero Mission. Like that animation, that skill set, that kind of stuff, he's kind of put that in there. He's also put some of the enemies in there. Oh, fuck, I kill this dog. And so it's very interesting. In fact, if you follow me on Instagram, the picture that I posted tonight is from that game. I have a bottle of beer sitting in front of the monitor, so you guys will know which one it is, and it's Metroid. And you know me and my Metroid shit. What can I say? It's fun. If you've never played Metroid 2, try it out. Again, it's another Metroid 2 remake is the full name. Just Google that; it'll take you to the page. In there, they'll have links to the mega downloader things that you got to get it through. It's not very large. I don't even think it's a complete game. I think he even still calls it a demo, but You get your Metroid fix where you could get your Metroid fix. Speaking of which, I cannot wait. Here soon, Axiom Verge is coming to the PC, and I'm going to be a day one on that because that is another love letter to Metroidvania type games, and that's my jams. I love my jams.
Wow, that screenshot. Yeah, go follow Ian on Instagram, FIEND Fiend 75002. That's pretty fucking impressive.
Yeah, it is really, really cool.
That's
I mean,
detailed, man. Wow.
yeah, and if you really want to see a difference between the two, do a YouTube search for another Metroid 2 remake, and then look up Metroid 2 on the Game Boy.
Okay.
I mean, I still have my Game Boy cartridge from when I bought that sucker the day it came out. But this is way better.
Cool. Very good, man. That's awesome. Glad to see that you're yeah, and sorry I didn't see the post last night for Guild Wars 2. I was finishing up Bayonetta, or I would have hopped on. I do have it downloaded, so
That's what you claim.
make sure, because I know that the person that played with you last night did not post the server that you guys are on. If you could either post it or just tell us right now.
Oh yeah.
So I can know what server to join, because I went ahead and deleted my character because I kind of figured I wasn't on that same server. I didn't know if it cost to cross.
Oh, it's Gates of something or other. Hang on, I'll find it.
Okay, whatever.
I don't mind. I mean, if all of a sudden I start getting like, "Hey, play with me! I heard your podcast." Oh, hell yeah, I'll play with you.
The grind is real on that, as well as the grind.
Ian, don't start playing with the listeners.
The grind is real on the Old Republic too.
Gates of Madness.
Okay,
Gates of Madness is the server.
I need to make a note. The grind is real on the Old Republic, just to give you a heads up on that too.
And that's fine. And it's one of these things. I need to get a more comfortable desk and sitting arrangements to play these games, because being able to play with like
is it still what I think it is?
Yeah, it's still that exactly how you thought.
You definitely need to get something.
I need to get something that's a little higher, because if I can play with this thing, which is my weird little itty bitty 360 controller that my son uses, I'm able to sit back and relax. But when I'm up on doing the WASD, I don't sit right. My shoulders and elbows hurt like within 10 minutes of playing. So, oh my God, give me just another minute. Okay. So with that being said. Does anybody else have anything else that they want to kind of throw in here?
No, I'm good.
I'm good.
I'm gonna get so much hate mail from people that are like, "Fucking take care of your dog, you asshole."
Whatever.
It's not gonna die.
Depending on how long it takes to beat Bayonetta 2, I hope to have that beat, and I'll give a full review on the next podcast recording.
Please let me know, because I still haven't bought it yet, even though I don't own a Wii U. Yeah. I want to procure it, or at least play it. So I might have to steal it from you, since there's a Wii U.
I'll let you borrow it. Yeah, you don't have to buy it. I'll let you borrow it.
Well, no, I want to have it because I've become this fucking collector asshole. But
no problem. I'm good. What about you, John?
Yeah, I'm good. I got everything.
All right. What's your Twitter name?
We have answers at the end.
So say it.
All right, who's up?
John, say your Twitter name.
You can find me at Phoenix PH03 NIX42 on almost everything.
Scott.
I am on Twitter at FL1P42 Flip42. My also heads up, and I will definitely post it to the group. I'm going to play a little bit of Bayonetta 2 tonight, but I did get some gift cards to Amazon, and I might be purchasing a Elgato HD 60. So if I do make the purchase, I will be streaming Bayonetta 2.
Do it.
Yep.
Do it. All right. You can find me on just about anything as Fiend75002. Sweet Jesus Christ! I'm also on. I'm on the Twitters, the Vines, the Instagrams, the anything that you could think of, on the Google Plus, on the Tinder, on the Plenty of Fish. That's right. Now I'm sounding just desperate as fucking hell.
Tinder.
Just like I gotta go
I'm
get
gonna
this
sign
dog.
up for a Tinder just so I can slide right on you.
I gotta go get this dog some fucking water. So good night, everybody. We appreciate you taking the time to listen to us talk our shit. Feel free to send us any emails at, I think it was podcast@superbarleybros.com. Feel free to send us anything. We'll talk about it on air, unless it's another spam email, because that's fun. So that's going to do it. Who the hell just sent me a message? I don't know who that is. I'm sorry. I'm talking into the live thing. So we appreciate you coming out, having a good time with us. This dog needs water. I need to go take care of it. You guys have a good night. We'll see you in a couple of weeks. I'll be right back.